How do you do?
Nice to meet you. Good. So, a lot of people call Cascais as a Portuguese Riviera, and they call that is like a very special city to live. So, what can you say about this?
It's actually, we consider it the best place to live one day or a lifetime. Not in Portugal, but in the world. It's a combination of facts and factors that's built in our terms when what we believe the perfect city, and actually it's a village. We are still a village of 210,000 inhabitants in a territory of 90 square kilometers. And we construct the city and we think the city to ourselves, not thinking about others, not thinking about tourism. And we think that it's a positive externality for others to come just to visit for one day or to establish here and become our beloved expats, as we call them, our neighbors like yourself. So it's a combination of a very, very, very large number of things. It's environment. You want to keep the territory safe and clean. It's about security. Portugal is the third safest country in the world, and Cascais is one of the safest cities in Portugal. It's about our natural park. It's about our ocean, and promote the sustainability. It's about cleanliness in the streets. It's about education, and we have 4 universities in our territory, and we are only in Cascais, and we are only starting, because education is the future. So the territories worldwide that most grow are the ones that can create, establish and develop talent. So if you have the universities, after that the companies come, the entrepreneurs, the investors, little business. We don't want large factories with low salaries. No, we want small companies, high potential, high salaries. High salaries, more investment, more jobs, a growth as a city, you know? And we are not trying to create a welfare state, but we want to create a welfare society when the important things are the neighbors, the community, etc. You know, that's how we think the future of Cascais.
Nice. And how many expats are living here?
Oh, 10% of our inhabitants are expats. Some talk about 15%, so we have more than 100 nationalities. And that says it all, because we integrate everybody. As I said, neighbors. Neighbors, and it's a very important word, neighbors, because worldwide people living in buildings, they don't know the next door neighbor, right? And the integration is done in many ways. We have like expat clubs. We integrate them with the cities. They talk with the mayor, and they talk with the deputy mayor and all the councillors, with the tourism, because we want to integrate them. We want to make them a part of the society. They are in our local schools, and we have 14 international schools in Cascais. 14 international schools. Even a Swedish one, German, French, you know, English.
I bought a property right near the German school, actually. It's in Estoril.
It's in Estoril. So we have 14 international schools, and that's all about integration. And if you integrate the expats, we can make them to contribute to the society as well. And our expats, they are mostly high-ranked people from several companies around Europe. They work in Lisbon, but they choose to live here because of the quality of life and all the things that we talked about.
And what nations cover the majority?
So we have a lot of French, we have a lot of Germans, we have a few Russians, and now a few Ukrainians.
And Vanuatuans as well. I hold Vanuatu passport.
Yeah?
So maybe I would be the first of Vanuatu nations, and 101.
101 nations living in Cascais. We have a few Spanish as well, a large community of Swedish people. And yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot.
By your forecast, how many people will move to Cascais in the nearest 5-10 years?
So, I believe that in terms of population, our limit will be 230,000, 235,000. I don't know the numbers specifically, but we have a limit in terms of construction and housing. So, we don't want to put Cascais in the map as the expat. It's an organic thing. People will come, if they enjoy, they will stay, and they will create again jobs, they will establish the families. So we don't want to be considered as an expat city, you know? No, we are Cascais. Whoever wants to come to work and to build with us a better society, it's very welcome to Cascais.
Are there any restrictions you've mentioned, like there are some national parks, the high limitation of buildings? That means that Cascais is very limited. So could you tell us more about this?
And we want to keep it that way. So we don't want to be like New York with high buildings, or Hong Kong, or whatever city in the world. We want to stay just as we are, beautiful as you can see, with limited construction in height, to maintain the buildings with our architecture, because it's typical from Cascais, this type of architecture that you see that came from the kings. When the king Carlos I, the statue back there, he established in Cascais and changed Cascais forever. And you will see little palaces in Cascais, little balconies, and that's the summer architecture, as we call it. As it is, we want to renovate inside if the buildings are older, and they are old. But we don't want new construction, huge buildings to increase the capacity in terms of population. No, the capacity is what it is. What is planned, we already showed for the next 10 years, and we want to keep it that way.
Oh, nice. Could you please
But in the natural park, in the natural park, you cannot build anything. It's 100% protected forever. So the government implemented some laws about natural parks, and Cascais reinforced those laws to have construction zero. So 1/3 of our territory is natural park, and it will be like that in the future, forever.
So could you tell us more about the next 10 years? You mentioned that Cascais has a plan. So what is the plan?
So we have a new area next to Nova University, top 30 in the world business school, and we have a development area there. You have small development areas in the entrance of Cascais. They are building right now. Another one west in the territory, almost center Cascais as well. So we will invest in universities. So we'll have 3 more universities in Cascais. The medical school.
It's a high school.
It's a university. So we made a deal with Nova. Nova, it's one of the best public universities in Portugal.
They did an amazing job in Oeiras.
No, they are in Carcavelos. It's the frontier with Oeiras. So the business school is there, the medical school is coming, and 2 others are coming as well from Nova. So, as I said, we believe education is the future. So new projects are developing up there. So we will have also a few new hotels, international hotels. We'll have Sofitel here in the Marina. We'll have a Hilton back there in Cascais. We have the student hotel from Dutchland in Carcavelos, and 2 others are projected in the north of Carcavelos. So, yeah, we would like more tourism, quality tourism. We want more in-housing quality housing as well. And of course, more education and all the externalities coming from there. My favorite balcony.
Architect by the summer architecture, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. That top house will be mine one day.
Okay. Hope we will have some breakfast there with this view. Could you provide any statistic? How many tourists visit Cascais annually?
2020.
Yeah.
So in normal years we'll have roughly around 2 million room nights. So we are the 4th touristic destination in the country, and but we don't want myself and my team working in the tourism, we don't want 5 million room nights. No, we want more quality, increasing the average room rate, increasing the RevPAR, so more income for the owner to create more jobs again, you know, more jobs and the economy flowing again. So I believe we will be around 3 million room nights in the future, and we'll stay like that.
And how many hotels will appear in the next 5-10 years here?
5-10 years, 7 more hotels. We have 34 at the moment. Some of them are still closed because of the pandemic, of course. But mostly of the 34 hotels, they are 4- and 5-star hotels. And I believe it will continue that way. We want more quality.
And they would be eligible for golden visa purposes as well.
So the discussion is still going with the government. I believe until the end of 2021, the golden visa for Lisbon area will continue.
Residential property.
Residential property and the culture golden visa and the business golden visa as well. But I believe it's still in negotiation, so we'll hear more about it in the near future.
Let's speak about the investment opportunities here. So what can investors expect here in Cascais?
So first of all, investors can expect a city hall, a mayor, a deputy mayor, the investment agency working all along with them. So we have a green line inside of the municipality for investors. So if you want a meeting, that meeting will occur in 1 week, 15 days time.
So municipality supports?
Municipality supports investors. Of course, we select the type of investments that we want. As I said, we don't want large factories in Cascais. First of all, we don't have the territory. And second of all, that will bring low salaries, etc. So what type of investments? We are having here in Cascais a lot of hedge funds, real estate, a lot of real estate, small high-tech companies. We are investing a lot in smart cities, and we are the reference of smart cities in the world in partnership with Deloitte. So smart cities for us will for sure be the future, and we are already an example internationally, and will become the role model. So we know that. So high-tech will come even more. The universities in the raw material that comes from there, from those kids every year, will put Cascais even more in the map, in new technologies, and in things that you and I don't know yet, because the world is changing so fast. But I believe that those are the main business that we are focusing on.
And can you describe the situation around these smart cities, so what it could be, how it could look like?
So the deputy mayor always says, and I believe he's right, we only talk about smart cities because we build stupid cities, right?
Okay. Yeah, actually, well, you need to change something.
And smart cities is not only to connect and about connectivity and about the new technologies talking to your smartphone. It's much more than that. For example, we have a smart bin over there for you to put your garbage, and it automatically divides the garbage for category, and it connects with the guy that will collect the garbage, and all of the bins across the city, they are talking with the system, and the route of the truck that will pick up that garbage will do a smarter route to pick up the garbage. Less gasoline, less time, more efficient, you know? And smart cities it's everything. It's having a control center for all police forces and civil protection and so on. Everything connected in the same space, and we have it in Estoril. And automatically you can control all the CCTV cameras, all the police, all the civil protection and so on. So examples are enormous about everything, you know. But in the future, and in tourism, that MUPI, that standard over there, probably will tell you that of our 18 museums, you shouldn't go to Paulo Rego because you have a queue of 10 minutes, but you can go to the Ocean Museum, there's no queue over there. And he will talk to you, you know. So the possibilities are enormous, and we are working in a variety of things, and in sustainability, etc., etc., etc.
You've mentioned that you were born here in Porto.
Yeah, I lived 3 very happy days in Porto. My mother was there, but no, I'm from Cascais ever since, and I've lived here ever since.
And what do you like the most here?
In Cascais?
Yeah.
The people. The people. You look to the people, and usually I say people from Cascais, they walk different, they talk different, they dress different, and we are different, and we are proud of that.
Absolutely.
We dress like we are almost in holidays, but working a lot every day. But the people of Cascais, it's the person, I can say a personality of someone from Cascais, it's someone that loves to talk, loves to host, loves to show you around, and yeah, it's a thing about Cascais, this atmosphere, the ocean always next to us, and we've been hosting forever. The king started that, and then Fausto Figueiredo in Estoril. As you know, we were a neutral country during the World War, so we hosted all the exiled kings from Europe here in Cascais and Estoril. And I believe the history showed us that we are just like that. We are people that loves to host, loves to create, loves to innovate. So what I love the most about Cascais? The people, then our territory. The territory is amazing. It's clean, it's safe.
It's very different.
It's different, and you feel it different.
Absolutely.
The weather, we have 300 days of sun, and that makes you smile every day. When you go home and you are driving in your car or walking or on a bicycle, you are smiling, because how can you not smile with this, right? The food is outstanding. Our gastronomy, it's very, very good, based on the Mediterranean.
What is your favorite locations?
I can look. The mayor is there. That's our mayor, Carlos Carreiras. So he's the one that's been changing Cascais forever. So my favorite locations. I love all the restaurants next to the shore. I love ones inside Cascais, in Alcabides. The gastronomy is amazing. The service is amazing. You won't find that very expensive, because it's international terms, it's not very expensive. But you will find the gastronomy absolutely amazing. The wine is very good. The Portuguese wine is very good. So, yeah.
A few days ago, I bought the monkfish liver here in Mercado, and it's just 10 euros for like the whole liver, and we grill it. We cover it by honey, so it's like maybe the best food I ever tried here in Portugal.
And imagine the fish comes from here. Those boats are fishermen boats, and every day we have fresh fish on our tables, and that's absolutely amazing. So we consider that we have the best fish in the world that flies every day from here to the best restaurants in New York. Every day. Isn't that amazing?
I didn't know about that. Mr. Miguel mentioned that Ronaldo, Johnny Depp invest something here in Quinta da Marinha. So yeah, could you tell us more about this?
About famous people?
About the celebrities who moved, about the celebrities who invest.
Back in the days, and it still goes that way. People from around the world, they choose Cascais to live. And celebrities, they are no exception. They are people as well. Ronaldo just bought a house here in Cascais, and a few other players. They just bought a house here in Quinta da Marinha. Also Bernie Ecclestone, the owner of Formula One. Johnny Depp, he owns a house also here in Cascais. But King Juan Carlos I, he lived from Spain, he lived in Cascais. All other kings from Romania, they lived here in Cascais as well. Ian Fleming wrote his first lines of 007 when he was a spy in the Palacio Hotel in Estoril. So famous people have been all over Cascais, and they will continue to come here because they feel at home, they feel safe. Nobody will approach them on the street because, yeah, we are used to host celebrities in Cascais from the variety of international events that we have here. So, yeah, they will continue to choose Cascais.
In this particular square, I did a picture with the president, Marcelo, last year.
Yeah, so our president also lives here.
He lives here, yeah.
And he swims here every day.
Every day, so I've met him other days, yeah.
Yeah, he lives here every day, and he walks sometimes with no security, no bodyguards. And,
with a towel.
With a towel, blue bathing suit, and he just goes there to swim.
That is something about the safety, so you can see that how safe is here. Actually, I feel it because we can talk a lot about the ratings, but in the end of the day, you should feel how safety is here. Honestly speaking, I'm living in a gated community, but anyway, I don't close my doors there. One day I forgot my key inside, so I just cross the garden and enter through terrace. So, and I have never faced any crime situation here.
Yeah, the thing is as you say, it's not the statistics of safety. It's about you feeling safe. And you know that if you are walking with your phone, you won't be robbed, or with your watch, or with your wallet in your hand. You can cross from here to the station, no problem at all, right? And it's the perception of safetyness. And the mayor invested a lot in safety and security. So we have 3 police forces, 2 national ones and 1 local police.
They speak English?
They speak English, yeah. And then the mayor, he provides everything. Buildings, cars, boots, guns, everything. Because we want those policemen to feel good with the best material possible. So if they feel good, they smile more. And you know, it's a combination, as I said.
Cascais has a lot of advantages, but what do you dislike here?
What do I dislike about Cascais? Wow, that's a tough question.
Sharp one.
Sharp one. I can say what I would like to improve, because I don't know if there's something that I dislike. I would like that that people in the interior have the same mobility of people in the sea level, you know, and they are all in the same territory. So equality again. And the mayor is reinforcing the new bus lines and the new buses in Cascais, and actually they are all for free. So all inhabitants of Cascais have buses, bicycles for free. So mobility is a good question, and we are trying to improve that. Education, again, we are improving a lot. Education, we invest in the primary schools and high schools and also universities, so that they can grow as a whole, you know? So you need to increase education levels throughout the society. We need better salaries, but it's the country. So again, if we have more investments, more high salaries, and then a society that improves as a whole. So I cannot say that I dislike. I can say to you things that I would love to see and to see for them to improve. Yeah, it's more improveness instead of dislikeness.
I have very precise checklist because I used to live in the United States and Brazil. I changed 3 locations already here in Portugal, and I didn't find any. But right, 0 dislikes here. For example, in Algarve, it's amazing location, but there you feel seasonal changes.
Yeah.
It's overcrowded in the summer, it's empty in
the winter.
Here there is not a touristic place like that is touristic place, but it is still very residential one. Yeah. So beside of that,
it's like I said, we build the territory for ourselves, and expecting that will be an external positive, external thing for others, that others can see.
Could you tell us more about your lifestyle here, your activities?
Myself,
yep.
As a person.
You are a resident of Cascais?
I am a resident of Cascais. So my wife and I, we walk a lot. We live in Guia, 2 kilometers away from here. So we leave the house and we go to have breakfast and then walk to the center of Cascais, here to the Cascais Bay. My kids, they study in Estoril, so picking the kids from school, going to the park to play a little bit. Fortunately enough, we have a garden, so we spend a lot of time in our garden. I love to read and to listen to some music.
So one day we can meet each other, yeah?
Oh, for sure, for sure. And I love to sit there above to read a book and just look into the ocean or listen to some music. But we have a lot of cultural activities. We have 18 museums, and we love to explore them and go to the openings of the exhibits. We go to the Sinfónica Orchestra concerts. Cascais has its own Sinfónica Orchestra.
I didn't know.
Yeah, with 4 concerts per year plus 2. One is in our music festival that happens here. So we have a lot of events, and we try to make the most of those events and bringing the kids along, of course. So we go to restaurants every weekend to have lunch and dinner if possible. So yeah, we explore everything like you do, and we love to live here.
Cascais hosts the Ironman.
Yeah.
I did half an Ironman in the United States, so I'm waiting when
you can do the full distance.
I should do that. I should do it. It will happen this year.
Yeah, we'll have both Ironmans. We'll be the second place in the world that has it, and we'll have the half distance and the full distance in the same weekend.
Only two cities in the world?
Yeah, have the two distance together.
The first one?
It's France, I believe.
Okay. But it's a hard race here.
Yeah.
Because of the mountains.
Yeah, it's crazy. Someone that will swim 8 kilometers and then rides in a bicycle 180 and after that run a marathon. I believe that it's outstanding. It's taking the man or the women to the limits. And I will be cheering for you for sure. But you will do it with the best view in the world, because you will run here, you will swim here, you will paddle here in your bicycle. Yeah, you should do the full distance. And, we have the marathon as well.
Marathon.
That starts here until Lisbon.
Until Lisbon, okay.
We also have the marathon if you don't want to paddle and to swim 8 kilometers plus 180.
Yeah, and I see the people who are driving the cars here, they are very tolerant with the bicycles. Mm-hmm. So nobody ring them. If it's slow speed, they just ride in behind you and nothing happens.
Yeah, if you live here and you feel the atmosphere of the surroundings, and if the streets are red, that shows that bicycles should come through here. Why should you horn? Yeah, we have to respect everybody. It's about tolerance. It's about, integration again, and so on and so on. So if you want to promote a healthier lifestyle, you should prioritize bicycles, right?
Absolutely. And how many golf courses in the area? 7
golf courses. I started to play golf 2 years ago. I'm really bad about it. But we have 7 amazing golf courses. One of them is top 100 of the world in Oitavos, Quinta da Marinha. So 7 very good golf courses.
Do you feel the demand of immigrants from the United States, from Russia? Because as I see, a lot of Americans start moving to Portugal. I can't say that it is like extremely growth, but yeah.
Yeah, I believe Portugal as a whole, it's very attractive to multiple nationalities. Politically speaking, we are very stable. In terms of criminality, 3rd country in the world. In terms of education, we are as good as any country in the world, at least. And we are going and investing in education, etc. So you can, nowadays, with this being a nomad, a digital nomad, you can work everywhere in the world. Why not Portugal, right?
Absolutely.
You have the best international schools, best universities, this weather, you can work from here, you are central in Europe, so in 2 hours you are in London, 2.5 hours you are in Paris, 4.5 hours you are in Russia or Ukraine, and in
10 flights per day to Brazil, to Argentina, yeah.
In Brazil in 7 hours, United States from 5, if you go to San Francisco, 11 hours. So yeah, we have a very good international airport. Here in Cascais we have a private airport owned by the city, but it's an international airport as well. So
private jets.
For private jets, so you can land here and live here. So what is better than that? So I believe Americans, Brazilians, people from Ukraine, from Russia, from China.
From Vanuatu.
From for sure. So yeah, why not?
And what about the healthcare system in Cascais?
So that's another topic that the mayor is investing a lot in the past years. So all our daycare centers that have the general practitioner when you go and do your day-to-day health things, so they are all renewed, 100% renewed in September this year. So we have our own public hospital, private public hospital. We have a lot of private clinics that have agreements with all the insurance around the world. They all speak English, and yeah, our our system as a social system in Europe, it's very good, as you know. And in Portugal, it's tendentially free. So if I go to the doctor as an inhabitant, I'll pay, I don't know, €1, €2, I don't know.
Yeah, I have
something
an
like
insurance which costs like 70-something euros per month, and I pay €2 or €3 for the appointment. And the interesting thing that I don't need to wait a long time, so I can spend in the line. Yeah. And especially when I come to the hospital, I wait just like half an hour. In the United States, not for the camera, I used to wait like 2 hours, even if I come in my appointment time. So
yeah, there are different.
And it's very cheap.
Different systems. Some countries they have low taxes, but an expensive health system. You can agree with that or not. In Portugal, it's tendentially free. So free access, universal access for any kind of disease. If I fell to the side right now, an ambulance comes and picks me and takes me to the public hospital, and I'll have the surgery and every material that I need for free. And in my opinion, that is how it's supposed to be. It's like schools. Public school, it's for free. Universities, they have a small tuition per year. It's very, very small, so it's universal. And if you are good students, you have the scholars, and if you cannot afford it, you have scholars as well. So, yeah, it's for free.